Hello everyone, how are you doing? How is everyone this morning? My music a little bit so I can hear. All right, how is everyone this morning? Okay, hang on, I need to make sure my phone is on silent here. I just got a notification. But how is everyone this morning? It is bright and early Wednesday. That's loud. It's bright and early Wednesday morning, making sure I'm in live chat here. There we go. I was watching, everything start this morning, and I realized I must never hit enter on changing the question of the day there on our starting soon screen. I was like, oh, okay. So had to change that real quick. All right, there we go. All right, all good. All right, we got our coffee, we got our water, we got all the things. Good morning, everyone. All right, well, let's see. Announcements that we had this morning. Announcements that we have this morning are a video went up this morning with the giveaway video, the one that I've been telling you about that I have been anxiously awaiting. That is up over on, it's the newest uploaded video, so go ahead and go check that out. Let's go ahead and scroll up and see who is here. Let's see, we've got Emily's Coloring Corner says a mermaid. The question of the day today is if you could be any mythological creature for one day, who would it be? Emily from Emily's Coloring Corner said a mermaid. Dawn said she would like to be a cat. I like that. Good morning, Emma. Good morning, Dawn. She says, my first life, I'd be a mermaid. I love it. Stephanie says she'd be a phoenix. Let's see. Kimberly Ray, she would be a pegasus. Kimberly, I think that would be mine too. I think it would be fun to fly. I suppose a unicorn, it would depend on what its powers would be. Let's see. Delight, good morning. She said she'd be a unicorn. Love it. Let's see. Make sure I'm not missing anyone. Good morning, Bonnie. Michaela, good morning. Let's see. Diane, good morning. Very hot here in Texas. Yes, Diane, it is. It's supposed to be 105 here today. But I think it's like 90 outside right now. But we have like apparently a chance of thunderstorms, which is going to mean awesome humidity. Let's see, scroll on down. There's me changing the screen. Let's see, it's a hard question because I like so many different ones, right, Bonnie? Let's see, triple digits all week here. Oh, absolutely, Diane. Yeah, we are not going outside. Like it is an indoor kind of week. Any errands we run, they're either in the morning or super short. Let's see, 90 right now in Central Florida. Yeah, I think you've got about what we got going on. Cynthia, hello. Hi from South Africa. Well, welcome. Mona, hello. Shannon, hello, Shannon. And Della and Angela, good morning, good morning. Let's see, ooh, it hopped down. Hang on, I wanna make sure I try not to miss anyone. Palma, good morning. Let's see, did I get everybody? Hang on. Let's see, Angela says she'd be a Pegasus because I could fly where I wanted to go and then gallop over land. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm thinking Pegasus too. Yeah, triple digits. It's super, super fun. All right, so yeah, like I said, for announcements, the giveaway video, if you are based in the US, that's up over there. And yeah, go check it out. Take a look. Oh, and Steve. Hi, Steve. It's Steve. We get exclamation point Steve in chat. Aside from the giveaway, not a whole lot of other announcements. I thought I'd share with you a project that I'm working on. It's just kind of a little fun project. I posted a little bit about it in Discord. So this is a painting that I'm working on, and the idea is I wanted it to be like a little wisteria thing, but I wanted to incorporate polymer clay. So I made this the other night. You can see the underside of it. I haven't attached it yet because after I made it all and I set it on, I realized that it is way too small. So I'm gonna paint on the rest of the wisteria in the background, and then this will be the 3D portion. A fun story though, and I told Steve about it. So when I was working on this the other night, if anybody's worked with polymer clay, it's kind of, you have to get a ton of stuff out and you're just like, I don't know, it's kind of a pain to put it away. But anyway, so I was working on it late the other night and I was just like, I'll just go ahead and finish it. It may or may not have been 3 a.m. by the time I went to bed. But it was just so beautiful and I had to keep going. And then like, I may or may not have woken up Steve and said, Steve, look what I made. Thanks, Angela. But here's the funny part. So in my very sleepy stupor, I had set this before I put it in the oven. I had set this little piece on the little tray on my chair. right here that I'm sitting in. And because I was so tired and I was waiting for the little oven to preheat and I was cleaning everything up, I almost completely smushed it. I started to sit down and I smushed just the tiniest little bit until it clicked and went, oh crap, I put it in the chair. I was this close to completely destroying this thing I had just spent 6 hours making. And I gotta tell you, I had a tiny little heart attack. Thankfully though, I noticed it before I completely destroyed it and I did get it baked and now it's all in one piece and I will paint on the rest of the wisteria in the background and then this will go on top. So that has been my little side project that I've been working on, but I like it. It's been a while since I just did straight up painting. Aw, thanks everyone. Let's see, who did I miss? Melissa, hello. Kimberly, thank you. Yeah, so it's just, I like to do, you know, other crafts as well, but I was pretty proud. It was one of those things where you look at it and you're like, you have no idea how you actually made it until it's done, and you're like, well, holy heck, that's cool. Medusa, really, Tech Gal. All right, hi, Natalie. Oh, thanks, Lissa. What? Okay, I gotta ask Tech Gal, why Medusa? Was it she could turn anybody into stone, or was it just men? I don't remember. Let's see. There is her in here. In fact, I have a copy of it from Colormorphia, where I did a time lapse of coloring Medusa using watercolors. I don't know where she's at, but she's in it. But oh wait, you said that up there too? Wait, it hopped down. I missed it. Okay, so why Medusa? I would be an eagle from Lord of the Rings and fly the ring to Mordor. Although that is a valid choice, you know, it's mythological. I suppose it could count. All right, sweet. Steve wants to be the eagle from Mordor. A fairy or a mermaid, I love that. Vengeful villain for a day would be a nice change. I kind of like that, Tech Gal. I might be on board with that. There's a few. I could do that. Working and lurking sounds good though, because nobody be touching her. She's intelligent. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, this choice for book today, this came last week. I'm still waiting on my Rita Berman. Hopefully it will be here by next week because that's when I want to do it. Although, I don't know, we may just work on this page for Kerby today and do something different on Friday. Depends on how far we get. But so we are working in today the Kerby Rosanes. Question, do you guys pronounce it Kerby Rosanes or Kerby Rosanes? I've heard it both ways, and I'm just wondering, kind of like how it's like Arteza versus Arteza. Now, I know it's Arteza because the CEO at Arteza said Arteza, so I'm like, okay, I feel confident in that one. But I've never actually heard his name said out loud by him. And she's precious. I love it. What was that plastic flower thing? Oh yeah, this is for a painting that I'm working on. I'll pull it in the screen one more time. For a painting I'm working on, this is the background and everything, and then I'm making a wisteria tree. This was made out of polymer clay, and then I'm gonna paint on the rest of the wisteria in the background, but there's definitely a three. Roseanne, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's, well, I mean, it's a kind of plastic, technically, but yeah, it's polymer clay. Truthfully, I'd rather be a shape-shifting druid, but I wasn't sure if that was mythological. You know what? If Steve can choose the eagle from Lord of the Rings, you get to choose the shape-shifting druid. So I'm all for it. I'm gonna post, I actually have been taking little snippet videos, and I haven't put them together for a reel yet, but if it's not too terrible, I'll show you guys the reel when I get it all done, but I can't finish it until the piece is finished. So yeah. Roseanne, okay. Don't you dare start a riot over pronunciation again, but it's fun. Thanks, Daylight. Welcome. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, Kerby Rosanes, Mythomorphia, that's what we're working in today. And I know we chatted last time a little bit about using watercolor pencils, but I have the Albrecht Dürer, and I really did think about using those, but I have a small set. And I kind of wanted to go for some lighter, more pastel colors because that's, well, it's me. I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise. And I have the 120 set of the Arteza Watercolors, so hence choosing those. I'm realizing though that I did not grab my color chart for it. Hang on one second. I would like to have my colors in front of me. Talk amongst yourself. One moment here to get my color charts. There we go. Got my little binder here. But yeah, we are doing our teasers today. Oh, sorry, our teasers. Brian, every time I say them. Hang on, I gotta find the right page here. That is Castle Art. That is the Lyra one. That is the Color, the Brutes, the Mark Arts. Oh my goodness. Chat, I may have entirely too many pencils. Aha! Found it. Arteza Watercolor. Boom. I still need to do all those other charts. I just have not had the time. Let's see. And for the record, it's our teaser. Here you go. Oh, there you go, Rinka. But wait a minute, you're only gonna be a werewolf for a day, but then he would be a werewolf forever. So after you do unwerewolf for the day, you'll have to have him bite you back and then you could be werewolves together forever. Ooh, a dragon, Mandy, I like it. All right, we got our mighty mug full of coffee today. Steve got me this because I'm incredibly accident prone. And here's the cool part about it. Boop, 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 boop. It's stuck to the table, it doesn't fall. It's Emily proof. All right, so this is our color chart. I was trying to think of how I want to color them. And whenever I see unicorns, like I see pastel rainbow. That's all I can see, because like I see like a white horse. We could do, I mean, there's nothing that says that unicorns have to be white. We could do like a totally Mighty Mug, highly recommend it. Yes, it saved him many a cleanup because I'm over there crying because I dumped my coffee again. Want to be a vampire so I can stay young forever? Ooh, there you go, Palma. Question is, would you be a good vampire? You know, like, or like Angel, where you're trying to like redeem your soul, or like, you know, I'm talking like Buffy level, or like Spike, where, you know, really he just, you know, he's a bad boy, but also he just wants someone to love him, that's all. Are they unicorns? No, they're not unicorns, they're Pegasus. I keep saying that, and here's the reason why. This stream brought to you by Mighty Mug. I wish, man, I could probably, yeah, I'd keep him in business because I'm way too accident prone. Somebody requested the unicorns page, plural, and they're totally Pegasus. And I keep saying unicorns, but it's not. They're Pegasus. What is the plural of Pegasus? Is it Pegasi? Pegasuses? Pegasus? Are they sus Pegas? Are they suspicious? I don't know. We could go with Pegasi, or maybe it's like moose, where the plural of moose is moose. So the plural of Pegasus is Pegasus. Can you send me the link for Mighty Mug? I don't have it on hand, but you could probably just go to Google and type in Mighty Mug. I don't know if you can get them on Amazon either. You might be able to. Okay, so Pegasuses? Pegasi? Yeah, it could be. Hi, JC. Good morning. Okay, so we are coloring Pegasi, Pegasus, sussy Pegasus. And let's see, what color do we want to go for? It doesn't have to be white. It doesn't have to be. In fact, we could do it like a completely obscure color. I mean, I'm leaning towards like pink and purple because, again, have you met me? Think of this question, and as I do for multiple mouse. Exactly. Ah, thank you, Steve. Yeah. Green. We could do green. We could do a green one. Let's do green. We've got some really pretty colors. Let's start with jade green. Now, it has been a minute since I have done watercolor. There it is, jade green. Watercolor pencils. Do one side dark, one side pastel. Right? High five, Linker. I know. I'm so proud of you. Well, we'll probably just work on one today because, I mean, thankfully with watercolor pencil, it should go pretty fast. But yeah, we'll probably just work on one side today, and that'll be this side. I want to try and get in a good portion of the body, some of the wings, definitely some clouds, and then, you know, background. But we can also work on it on Friday too. So we'll just see how far we get. But we could plan to do it one side dark. We've kind of done that before where we did night, like day versus night. I mean, it's both the moon. Let's just start with the Pegasus. So let's see, jade green is kind of a nice kind of blue green. So let's get jade green and emerald green and fern. How about jade green, spearmint green, and fern green? I think that would work. All right, so looking for spearmint green. There it is, spearmint green. I'll be perfectly honest, I haven't used these ones too much, so some of these haven't even been sharpened yet. Be a happy pink dragon. I love it. Who was that Disney dragon? Oh yeah, Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon lives by the sea. Da, 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 da. I don't remember the words to any of the song. All I remember is the tune, so you can sing along. Do a sunset in the background? Could, but the moon's already high in the sky. Is it really a sunset if the moon is already high in the sky? It would be cool to do like kind of play off the stars he already has and do more stars. Thanks, Don. My Mythomorphia arrived today and the words are in red, not yellow in the UK on the front of the book. Oh, that's cool. It must be because I know that Johanna has different book editions. So I wonder if that's the case with Kerby's book. Hang on, I'm also gonna grab my water here. Right? Yeah, Puff the Magic Dragon. Okay, so let's see. We have jade green. So just anybody coming in, what we are using today, we are coloring in Mythomorphia by Kerby Rosanes, and we are doing the jade green, spearmint green, and that's not correct. That's not correct. I was reading shamrock green, but that's not what I want. I want fern green. That's sage green. Where the heck is, where do I got? Okay, it's next to apple green. I got this. I got this, I swear, fern green, there we go. And we are using the, oh, awesome. We are using the Arteza Watercolor pencils. So I've got my jar of paintbrushes here. I'm not using water brush. I've got my little jar of water with a little paper towel. So I will, let's see, what brush do we want to use? We could just start with this one. It's just, I don't have like any particular like super fancy brushes. These are, let's see, these are fine touch brushes. We use this one. And we've got some brushes that totally are probably a little ruined anyway. I do not treat my brushes well. Also, I let the kids use my brushes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna work on the body of the Pegasus first, and we're gonna start with jade green. So let's go ahead and zoom on in. There we are. Okay. Now, the cool thing, now you're singing the dragon song, so you can't help it. It's so catchy. The cool thing about Kerby's pictures, as much as I have a hard time coloring his stuff, I almost feel like this one should be the dark one, but I like coloring on the right side. I have a question, why with this new fancy lens for space, they can't give us pictures of the moon? It would be cool, but maybe it's like, so you know, like I've got a 50mm lens and it is a fixed lens, which means to be able to take a picture, I have to be able to move within the range. But if I get too close to a subject, so like say if I had my 50mm lens a foot away from the page, it wouldn't be able to focus because the object in front of it is too close. I have to back up and then it can focus. So it could be that because that particular lens has such a strong capability to look so far into space, it doesn't have the capability to zoom out to look at the moon, if that makes sense. If it's a fixed kind of lens. I don't know, but if they can't take pictures of the moon, that would make sense. Okay, so by the way though, those pictures are really cool, really, really cool. In fact, this is the lens here. So this is a 50mm lens and you have to be a certain distance away to even be able to use it. Otherwise it is too close. Let's see. It is also using infrared for images to see things, not visible light. Ah, okay, yeah, that makes more sense too. All right, so jade green, we're gonna start with everywhere that he has kind of shadows, and that is where our darkest color is gonna be. Now, I'm going kind of light, and I'm gonna treat these, for a little bit, I'm gonna treat these how I would treat them if they were regular pencils, but we're going to add water to them, and that is going to change how they look, which means we will not be using a blender pencil, we're gonna be using water. Right? I know I only saw it briefly. I haven't looked at it too much, but it's just very cool to think technology has come that far. And to see that there are that many universes out there, like there is no possible way statistically that we could be the only life in any one universe. Seeing how many there are, surely there has to be some life elsewhere, which is kind of cool, but also kind of scary, but also kind of cool. The Star Trek nerd in me gets very excited about it. Ooh, nice, Emily. Cheesy vegetable soup. Exactly, yeah, I've seen that. Oh no, wait, that's not. I was doing the oh, what is that? Scully and Mulder, the what is that one? I'm drawing a blank. Like, I was thinking Aliens, but that's not it. That's not the Twilight Zone. What's the other, like, kind of weird show? Help me out, guys. X-Files! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I could not think of it. Yeah, there you go. All fine. See, this is why I have you all, because I can't remember what I need to on the spot. Okay. I don't think I've ever like fully watched the X-Files. Do we know if there's anywhere that's streaming it? Recently, I've actually, rather than watching anything, I've been listening to Audible again, and I've been listening to the Shadow and Bone series. But it's interesting. The books on Audible are only like 10 hours long. And I've been used to the Brandon Sanderson books, which are like 42 hours long. The truth is out there. There you go. All right, and we're gonna go here. It just kind of makes you wonder, like, it makes me curious for the future to see, because I'm sure at some point, whether it's, you know, a millennia from now, 500 years from now, 1,000 years from now, who knows? At some point in the future, it'd be cool to see if we make contact with another planet. On Hulu and Amazon Prime. Okay, cool. They are, Alex. Yes, they are the Arteza Watercolor pencils. I have the Albrecht Dürer, but this had a wider range of colors, and I didn't feel like doing a simplified color choice today. Oh, awesome, Colorful Pirate, and welcome. So I was introduced to the storyline because of Netflix, and then I realized, obviously, oh, okay, it's based off a book series. So I finished Shadow and Bone a while ago, and last night I finished Siege and Storm, and then at some point, probably today, I'll start the oh, I forget what the third one's called. Oh, okay, very cool. How do you like it so far, Colorful Pirate? All right, so we are just using a jade green at the moment. I know it looks light, but we're gonna be adding water to it. So bear with. And for all of you that weren't here at the beginning for announcements, there is a Arteza giveaway for an Arteza bundle going on my YouTube right now. So after stream, be sure to check that out to see how you can potentially win that. The giveaway is gonna be running until the 15th. At which time it closes at noon. So by the time we have stream again Friday night, I'll be able to let everybody know who the winner was. Okay, so I think I might binge watch them. See, there you go. Really like her writing style. Didn't get too far before I fell asleep. Oh no. Well, see, I'm hesitant because the first and second book I liked, but I was reading the reviews on Audible, and the third book, apparently, like, people find it boring, but I'm not gonna go strictly off that because sometimes the reviews can be a little bit harsh, and it actually was kind of good. And I already have the third one purchased, so I've already used the Audible credit. So it's like, well, we're gonna find out how it is. I passed book though, so decided to give it a shot before I watched the show. Oh, okay, very cool. All right, like, I'm tempted to use water already, but I know I should do at least like one section before I apply water. Because that's the other thing, is we're gonna need to be careful how much water we actually apply, just because we don't want the paper to buckle. I didn't cut the page out of the book, and I didn't tape it down, so. You can watch Stargate. You know. Now, second book is Siege and Storm. The next one is like something Rising. It's the one with the orange cover. It's interesting though. All right, so that was Jade, and then we're gonna move Shamgar Green. That's not what I wanted. Now we're gonna grab Spearmint Green. Hi, Kara, you're just fine. We just got started. All right, so Spearmint Green is what we're gonna use now. We are making a green Pegasus. I'm thinking that our green Pegasus needs like kind of like blackish purple hair. I think that would be cool looking. I don't necessarily want to go red. I mean, I know they're complementary colors, but I don't want it to be a Christmas Pegasus. Not that there's anything wrong with Christmas. The kids actually turned on Christmas music on their little radio the other day, but honestly, I have no one to blame but myself, because when I was pregnant with little Emily, I was listening to Christmas like in July. I have issues. Oh, nice, Kimberly. Ooh, awesome. Emily, look at that. Rune and Rising. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. I knew it was Rising something, and I know it was orange. Green, black, and purple. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, those are your favorite colors? Oh, perfect. All right, so we're still just gonna use the spearmint green. Okay. A little bit on the cheek here. Like I said, it's gonna be a little bit different once we use the water on top of it. And then I think if we're gonna add any pencil on top, we'll need to wait for that to dry. So I wanna try and add in most of the color that I can. I'm not pressing super hard either, because it's gonna darken up quite a bit once we add the water. Like I said, I'm just using regular paintbrushes and water today. I'm not using a water brush. You could absolutely use a water brush, but I was just in regular paintbrushes mood. So which book should I read first? Shadow and Bone. Of the series, Shadow and Bone is the first one. If you were to jump in, I think you would be confused as to what's going on. So Shadow and Bone, and then Siege and Storm, and then Ruin and Rising. The first season of the show, so for the first book, Shadow and Bone is on Netflix, I believe, and I know that they're coming out with the third one. I just don't know when. I'm gonna sip of coffee here. Okay, I also want to grab like a purple for some of our shadowy colors, so we're gonna use Amethyst Purple. Okay, that's Purple Iris, Violet. Violet. Oh, there it is, Amethyst Purple. Okay. And then I'm gonna give that a quick sharpen. You love the first two books? Yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna start Ruin and Rising today, and I'll have to let you know how I feel. According to the reviews, like, I should not get my hopes up. But, you know, I like the book so far. So we'll just have to see. All right, I'm gonna go real light here because I don't want this to overwhelm the other greens. I think you might go in with a little bit more darker jade green. I don't want this to be just, I need there to be contrast in this. So we're going to add our purple, and then we'll add our jade green again. Turning violet, exactly. Yeah, watercolor pencils. I mean, when was the last time we used these on stream? I mean, it has been so long since I've used these Arteza watercolor pencils that they actually weren't even on my normal pencil shelf. I had them in a cabinet, and I was just like, oh, well, that's not good. All right, Amethyst Purple. Like, I try to cycle through most of my pencils. That way, you know, I'm always doing something for pencils that somebody has. But when I haven't even had these out in a regular thing, yeah, definitely not good. I need to do more watercolor pencils. All right, so we're just using the Amethyst Purple here. Some of the darker shadowy parts. And then we're gonna go over again with our jade. There we go. There we are. Okay, and then we're gonna grab our jade, and then when we're done with these layers, then we're gonna go ahead and start with some water, because I wanna be able to get a good idea of how this is turning out. So we're gonna do the jade over the Amethyst Purple. Okay. I still wanna make nice even blends, even though we're gonna be using the watercolor, just because I wanna make sure that I don't have any stark lines once I add the water on it, because I don't recall how well these blend together. I think they're fine, but I want to make it as easy as possible on myself. Yeah, watercolor pencils. There you go, Daylight. Okay, so let's go with, let's see, what brush do I want to use? This one here too. We're probably going to use this one. I think this one will be fine. All right, so I'm gonna move this so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna shift over because sometimes it helps to see how much water someone is using. Okay, and I've got my little paper towel here. Okay, so we are going to get this a little bit wet, but not too wet. I'm gonna dab it a little bit and we're just gonna start small. Okay, so let's start under here. Said I'm careful about how much water I'm using because I don't want the page to buckle. Okay, let's get a little bit more water. That doesn't darken it up too much, so we may actually have some room to add some more on. Oh no, and the whole city? Hello, Celeste. Oh my goodness, Julie. Well, it's all right, you're here now. Okay, that was a lot of water. A lot of water. There we go. We definitely could have gone heavier. But once this dries, we can always add more on top. Thanks, Palma. We can work on the rest of the body while we wait for this to dry. I could grab the heat gun too, but we have more Pegasus to work on anyway, so. That's too much water. There we go. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna do this part of the, ooh, touched it. I'm not gonna do this part of the arm yet because I wanna work some more into it, but that's kind of where we're at with that so far. Thank you. Hi, Maylin. How to use watercolor pencils. So you take your pencils and just like we did just a little bit ago is we'll do all the coloring and the layers and then you add water on top. Then we can look on the other side. Yeah, it's buckling a little bit. It would definitely be hard for me to color this page behind it if I wanted to. But we're gonna wait for that to dry and then we will add more to it. So let's go ahead and grab our jade green again. And I don't wanna change too much what I did just because then it'll change the difference between the two, but. All right, so we're using our jade green here. We also need to work a way to work these colors into the wing because we don't necessarily need to do the wing in the exact same color pattern. So we're gonna keep using the jade green down underneath because it's kind of our shadow color. We'll be using the amethyst purple again. And I'm kind of just following the lines that Kerby already has put in here for like shadow and stuff. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm so glad I could help. Yeah, it has been so long since I've used them. There we go. I'm gonna do this jade and then we're gonna work up into the wing a little bit too. So if we're gonna have purple hair, I kind of want the wing to be kind of a purpley green kind of wing. So, well, it just takes practice, that's all. It's better to go in with a light hand than it is heavy because you can always add more on top later. Yeah, once that dries, then we'll probably add some more. So now I'm gonna use this jade green. And I'm going to come up onto the wing. Some of this is going to be green, but we're also going to kind of fade this into purple as well. So I think this part of his wing will stay jade, and then we're going to work the purple into the tips of the feathers. So let's go ahead. It's got these little individual feather sections, but I think we're just going to color it straight through. Let those textures stand on their own. Got this kind of cloud, kind of smoke going on with it. Hi, Tanya! Pegasus! Not unicorn, but I totally called it a unicorn for the first like 15 minutes of stream, so we're good. How are you, Tanya? How are you all beating the heat? Doing okay? All right, so we're gonna continue this on up. Just using the jade. Definitely got a little bit of a blue-green going on with it. Bring this over here. Make sure my wrist stays comfortable. I'm pressing just a little bit harder this time around because I want a little bit more color than I did when we first did it. All right, so this is gonna kind of fade into this cloud here, which I have not decided what that's gonna look like yet. I mean, this is kind of a odd day for me. Not only am I doing Kerby, but I'm doing like watercolor pencils. Like, who even am I? That's the creature you'd be for a day. Oh, yes, okay. Okay, yes. Let's see. I think those are feathers, so we're just gonna continue this here. It's a very pretty Pegasus. All right, and then let's go ahead and do the spearmint green. I'm gonna go over the jade a little bit. We're gonna leave just enough room for the fern green. And we'll need to pick out our purple colors that we're gonna use for the hair because we need to incorporate that into the wings. We'll say watercolor does make things go faster. Okay, so fern green. Fill in that middle part there. All right. Fade that on up. All right, for our purples for the wings, so we already have amethyst purple out. We're also gonna grab royal purple. Okay, give that a quick sharpen. Let's see, royal purple, amethyst, and we have ube and we have lavender. Let's go with ube purple. There we go. And then maybe just a pink if we need to add it. Let's grab flamingo pink. Let's see, that one is number 82. Excuse me. Let's see, that's watermelon pink. Flamingo pink. Is that it there? Hang on. Flamingo pink. There we go. Need to give that a quick sharpen. It does have hidden objects, yes, and the answers are in the back. I think it has to do with playing cards, because this one has playing cards right there. All right, here we go. Looking like kind of a punk rocker Pegasus right now. That's right, happy birthday, Michaela. You know what that gets? This is, oh, cracking my throat. This is this is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday. All right, so we also have the amethyst purple already. We grabbed royal purple and ube purple and flamingo pink. So we're gonna start with jade green here. Okay, fern green, jade green. Yeah, that's where we have the birthday cake. I love it. Oh, and I realized something. So we had some gifted memberships that happened last week, but they didn't, like not everyone got one. So I think that there's a part on the bottom, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Is there a button down at the bottom or a notification at the bottom for any of you that says that you should opt in for gifted memberships? Like, I think it basically says, yes, I want the chance for gifted memberships or something like that. I haven't been able to re-find it lately, but if gifted memberships were given and you didn't get one, I'm wondering if that was the issue. So You guys will have to let me know if that was like an option. For those of you that got it, did you have to click that at some point? Because it's all new, you know, so they're still kind of working it out. All right, we're gonna do jade green here and jade green here. That was just the only thing that I could figure, short of just YouTube being YouTube. Being all glitchy and stuff. Okay, let's see. See, this is where the stuff on his pictures bothers me because it's like, where do I put the things? I don't know. You had to click allow gifts. Okay, perfect. All right, so for all 72 of you watching, yes, that's it. That's perfect. If you want a chance to do a gifted membership, make sure you click that allow gifts thing because I was trying to figure out last time because Ev had gifted some and I'm like, why aren't these going through? I don't understand. They registered as having been there, but not everyone got one. So if you want a chance to get a gifted membership whenever that happens, make sure you click that allow gifts. Hello, Sabrina. How are you? Thank you, Emily. That makes sense, though. That was the only thing I could figure. I was just like, okay. So I figured I would ask you all if that's what you had on yours. Okay. All right, so we're just using this jade here, and then as soon as we're done with the jade, we're gonna start bringing in some of this purple. Or we might do some more green, I don't know. But the wings are gonna be purple and green. I wanna get to the water part sooner rather than later. I think it's probably down near the little, like where the super chat and super stickers would be, I think. Like I only saw it briefly once. I didn't click mine on though because it'd be hilarious if, and I want you all to have the gifts. I don't want to accidentally get one to my channel. And so I was just like, well, I'm not going to click that. But yeah, I was just trying to figure out how it worked. So this is a test to see if I have a pencil since I was gifted a membership on the last stream. You do have a pencil. You do indeed. I think you'll see it if it's there, like it'll pop up, but I would say just look around the thing. But yes, you have a pencil. All right, let's see. Let's put a little bit under here, kind of like wherever there's feathers. That's where I'm putting the darker kind of shadowy colors. Let's work on this section here where we want to add the purple though. Let's add the spearmint green. We're gonna overlap the jade here. Okay. Make sure I leave room for the purpley part of the wing. You only have super chat and super sticker? Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. That was just the only thing that I could figure. It's possible you already opted into it. I couldn't find it on mine, which is why I was mentioning it to you guys, but. All right, so we're using the spearmint green. Either way, I'm so glad that they implemented that. I think it's such a good move on YouTube's part. Oh, in chat when you first come in. Ah, I gotcha. All right. So that is the green there. Let's go ahead and do, I don't want it to be too heavily. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's see the little cozy emote. I love the cozy emote. All right, amethyst purple. Ooh, whenever, kind of like subscriber only mode notification. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fair. Whenever we unlock another emote, I should make a unicorn emote. Or maybe we can make a kitty corn emote where Paul is a unicorn. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna use the amethyst purple lightly over the green. Okay. All right, let's see. A little bit of that. Get a sip of coffee here real quick. See, I still want to make sure that the wing is mostly green, but I want to tie in some of the purple that's going to be in the hair. After we do this wing too, we can kind of shift over and work on the hair a little bit as well. I want to try and get as much done as possible today. I filmed an interview for a upcoming Let's Talk video. I have one that's gonna be coming out again. I know they've kind of been on hiatus for a little bit, but I filmed one and I just need to get it edited and put together. And the cool part is that it is an interview and it's gonna be an illustrator that has a new book coming out, and there's going to be a little freebie in it for you guys as well. So it's gonna be super fun. So let's see, then let's also put some here. So just make sure you stay tuned for that one. That might be going up in a week or so. All right, then let's go ahead and grab the, oh, thanks Mona. Let's grab the, do I want ube purple? Do I want pink? Let's try flamingo pink on this. So we're gonna fill in what's left of the wing there in kind of a pink color. Then we're gonna use our water, and then once it dries, we can go over it again. Which is why you don't wanna add too much water, because it can be hard on the paper to go water, pencil, water, pencil, water, pencil. Okay, let's see how this looks now blended. Which printer do you use recommend for printing coloring pages? You know, Tech Gal, I am glad you asked. I actually have an entire Let's Talk episode all about printing papers and PDFs. So if you go to my Let's Talk playlist, you'll find it there. But in short, I use a Canon TS8120 for printing, and I like to use the Nina cardstock, which is in the description below, for printing my pages. And if I'm doing tanned paper, I like the Desert Storm paper. But yes, I have a Canon printer. Sounds good, Ronnie. Thank you so much for being here. Aw. Yeah, I was actually really pleased with that particular episode, just because it was just like, all right, well, this kind of covers everything. Oh yeah, printer. Do I have that command? I feel like I did put that at some point. Aha, there it is. Thank you, Shannon. All right, so we're gonna use the color on the pink, and see, I love how that blends together. The water almost acts like as a blender, but we definitely need to go darker. So when, ooh, that was too much water. When it dries, we'll go back over. There we go. Just a little dabby dab. Yeah, I definitely want to add more green to that. But sometimes it helps to add the water to kind of see where you're at and how dark it actually is. There we go. Yeah, I'm liking that. Definitely want to go darker though. There we go. Okay. Another little sip there. Okay, let's see. That's not entirely dry. Let's see, do I have my... Hang on, I'm gonna grab my heat gun so we don't have to keep waiting for it to dry here. I know where I put it. I don't know where I put it, then that's not gonna be helpful. Hang on one second. Ah, perfect, here it is. Second, I'm plugging it in. I'm definitely not down on the floor right now. Okay, I'm off the floor. Okay. All right, I'm gonna use a heat gun. Let me know if it's too loud. Is that too loud or are we good? Well, I definitely read it in a yelling voice, Alex. The box is no longer hidden up top of the stream. Also, apparently you turned like English or something. I don't know. Hi, Annette. How are you? Okay, was that heat gun too loud? You have to let me know. Okay, that feels much drier. All right, we're gonna go in with a little bit more color here. Just make sure your paper is completely dry, otherwise you will tear it, and then, you know, it's all good. Pamela, hello. Thank you. All right, so jade green. You like that, Angela? Hi, Ned. Domestic chores while lurking today. Sounds good. All right, so we are gonna go a little bit darker now with our jade. Get a little bit more of that contrast in here. Okay. Same thing here. Basically, wherever I added those shadows before, I'm adding them again. But again, now that we've already added water under the paper, we want to be careful. It's not that the tooth is completely gone, but you definitely soften it when you add the water to it. Okay, so we're gonna add where he put his shadow portions, I guess. Okay. There we go. Excuse me. Get a little sip of water there. And then we'll add water to these darker portions again. Okay, we're just gonna go darker here. I don't know that I'm necessarily gonna add any of the other greens because what I am trying to accomplish is contrast. And since we already have some lighter greens on here, I think it may suffice. I just wanna make sure I get those nice darks in here as well. There we go. Around the wing here. And if I miss coming in, I apologize. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and add just a little bit more water and see if we can darken that up just a little bit. Okay, don't want my brush too wet. Like I said, I'm just using a regular paint brush. I'm not using a water brush. I am trying to watch how much water I am using to it. I mean, it is just normal paper, but the Kerby books hold up pretty well to it, as long as you just don't oversaturate it. I feel like when it's dried, I want to add a little pink to the inside of the ear. Of course. Okay. So I'm just gonna wet that just a little bit. I definitely feel like these aren't something, once the pencil's down and you wet it, I definitely feel like it's not something you can rework. Like you have like a super high quality regular watercolor, it's going to, you're going to be able to reactivate that, but not all watercolors are created equal. Oh, what'd you get, Pamela? There's a lot of good Arteza stuff that's on sale for Prime Day. I didn't get any of it because I have a lot of the Arteza stuff already, but I actually did treat myself to, there's a little Vera Bradley wallet that was on sale, I think for like $7, and I'm like, oh, it's so cute, and it's only $7. Okay, I get it. All right, have you tried the Arteza glitter brush pens? I have not, and the only reason that I haven't done that is because I haven't had the time. Basically, I have a queue of videos that are coming ahead, and if I don't have the time to dedicate to a video, I don't want to, get anything new to review until my docket is a little clear. I am curious about them, though. I am, for sure. That and Arteza's pastel line of pencils. I'm curious about that as well. Okay, paper's starting to buckle a little bit. It could just be partially because of the heat too. Yeah, yesterday and today, Prime Day. Prime Day, Prime Day. I want to add a little bit more of the jade here, but it's definitely on my list. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, let's add a little bit more on the wing, and then we will move on to some hair. Like I said, contrast is key to keeping your page from looking muddy. I ordered catfish food. Does that count? Absolutely. Absolutely it does. I do want to look into, Steve and I meant to discuss it last night, but we haven't yet. I want to look into getting one of those fancy doorbells. They've got those all on sale right now. We've had a couple ding dong ditchers, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna catch those little hoodlums in the act. Plus, I like the idea of being able to see who's actually at my door without having to go talk to them. I've definitely become slightly introverted since the pandemic. I'm like, oh, talking to real people? Are we sure? Like, face to face? That seems stressful. I don't want to do that. Oh no, Della. Oh, you just ordered the doorbell too? Okay. Oh, which one did, Pamela, can you send me a message on Instagram or Discord? Let me know which one you got. Because we haven't done too much research yet. And it's definitely something we want to look into. Got the Brute Finner pastels. Have you heard about? Oh, that's awesome. 20 set of art and fly and Toy Story room decor for my grandson. I love that. You want more cameras? How many cameras did yours come with? I treated myself to the Castle Art 50% off coupon instead of Amazon Prime Day. I got the super soft pencils and the pastel tint sets. That's awesome. That's super awesome. I wonder if my 30% off coupon would stack on that, because I have a coupon code too that everybody could use. So if it's the 50% off, or is that 50% off sale over? I can't remember when that ended. All right, let's do spearmint green now. Ooh, that would be cool, Pamela. Yeah, because I'm definitely curious. It's something we're definitely toying around with. Gotta catch them young whippersnappers. Rock and roll and their 8-track tapes. Let's see. I want to try and keep these fairly equal. All right, a little bit of water here. There we go. Now, I would keep it at a maximum of 3 times that you add water to this. But like all those other times, you have to have used like light water. Because I mean, it's not watercolor paper. It has its limits. So I definitely wouldn't add water more than 3 times. Okay. All right, I think that's good enough there. Let's go ahead and work a little bit on the paper. I'm gonna do a little bit of... Okay, I'll have to look. Well, if you guys check out my, whatever stream it was we did with Castle Arts, I also did that Castle Art Gold one. I have that 30% off coupon. So if you can stack it, that's, you know, 50% off. And then what it is, it's an additional 30% off of what the new price is after 50% off. Hi, Marie Louise, welcome. So that could actually end up being a really good deal. Because it's not like where you add it together and it's like 80% off. It's like, okay, so say something is 20 bucks, 50% off, it's gonna be $10. And then you would take that 30% off of the $10, I think. That's if they stack. I just don't know if they stack for sure. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and work on some of this hair now. Let's go ahead and turn it just a little bit because I need my wrist to be comfortable, so I apologize. We're gonna start with Amethyst Purple. I'm thinking you might be able to. I'd have to test it out. I would have to test it out. I think my coupon code is like Emily30, I think is what it is. Hang on. I don't want to tell you wrong. Let me double check real quick. Okay, so Castle Art, we're gonna go to their website. Bear with me for just a second, guys. I want to check this for you to see if it's something that can be done. If my internet would work quicker than the speed of mud. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna pull up the website and we'll just grab something, anything that's 50% off. Let's see. Okay, on sale. That one's 40, that's 27. Okay, let's just pop the, what is this? Okay, I'm just gonna pop the 120 set of pencils in here. We're gonna add to cart. I'm gonna put in my, it is Emily30. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, I am going to add my coupon to that. So these pencils are 32% off. Okay, so that makes them $70.99. And then I am going to add my coupon code. It does, yeah, it does stack. So the website is for like the pencils is 32% off, which brings it down to $70.99. And then you add my coupon, Emily30, and it brings it down another $21.29. So it would bring it down to $49.70. So it does in fact stack. So whatever you bought on sale, you can add that coupon to it and get an additional. Use coupon Castle50. I wonder if you can use 2 coupons, because that was just like on sale. Hang on, sorry. I love a good deal, and if you guys can stack those coupons, like that's flipping amazing. Castle50 is that coupon code. Let's see if we can add another coupon code to it. Just go to the cart because it's still in it. Let's see. Let's go checkout. Okay, thanks. Okay, so there's the Emily30, and you said Castle50 was that one. Let's apply that. Okay, no, it does stack with sales, but it doesn't stack with coupons. So your Castle50 is actually going to be better. So never mind. So yeah, just use the Castle50 one and that'll get you 50% off. But yeah, you cannot stack coupons, but you can stack a coupon on top. You can stack a coupon on top of a sale. Paid like $48 for both, the 120. Ooh, that's awesome. I love that. See, I love a good deal. That's why I love Joann's, Joann Fabrics, because you can stack coupons at Joann's. All right, so Amethyst Purple, and I am all about a good deal. I love me a sale. I feel like I can just be that much more justified if I'm getting something I don't necessarily need. All right, so Amethyst Purple. Ooh, nice, Alex. I mean to double check the Castle Art website after stream today, because a 50% off something that's already on sale, that's a really good deal. All right, let's see. I'm gonna continue with this here. Let's go ahead and turn it back just a little bit. Oh, you know what? We should get the black too, because I definitely want to include some black on the hair because I want it to be darker. So we're gonna give this a little bit of a sharpen here. There we go. All right, so Amethyst Purple is what we are using here. Just doing that at the base, and then we're gonna add our other purples here in just a bit. Don't do hair too often with Kerby pictures. I mean, I guess you do if it's like animal fur, but like, you know, long, sweeping, waving hair. Aw, thanks, Emily. Yeah, we are working on it here. We might even tie in some black on the body. I just need to be careful because I've already got 2 layers of water on there. So I want to be careful how much I actually add. Okay, now we're gonna use the Ube Purple. And for those of you, everyone that's here, if you missed it at the beginning, don't forget to check out after stream the Arteza giveaway video that I posted this morning. So super exciting bundles. Let's see, we're gonna do some of the Ube Purple, the ends of the hair too. Okay, and Amethyst Purple here. 2 coloring books and 72 Castle Art fans from a friend. That's awesome, I'm so glad. Okay. I actually did get a book, and I have another one coming today. They're not like fully coloring books, but I didn't realize it. But at one point, Maggie and Terios did a couple journals. Now I don't gather or forage, but I got them more as a collector's standpoint because they're really beautiful books. So if like gathering and foraging and, you know, like nature journals are your thing, you can get these ones on Amazon. I don't have a link for it right now, but if you just search Maggie and Terios on Amazon, you'll find them. But check out this, Gather a Foraging Journal. It's just so pretty with your art. I mean, it's like kind of cream colored paper with her floral designs, but it's hardback. It's like 10 bucks. Like it wasn't that much. I bet you could rework it to be a regular journal too if foraging isn't your thing. But it's hardback, it's got this little thing here. It's just really, really cool. She has 2 of them and I got a second one as well. Okay, there we go. Hi Laura, how are you? Okay, so we're gonna use the Ube Purple again. But yeah, it's really pretty. Guess I should zoom back in, huh? Here we go. Okay, so ube purple. Oh wait, that wasn't part of the hair. Oh well, it's part of the hair now. All right, a little bit of ube purple there at the edge. We're gonna use a little bit more amethyst purple here. There we go. Right, I thought so. Okay. Okay, we're just about ready to use the pink. Okay, so we're gonna go in a little bit more with the ube purple. We're gonna bring in some black as well. There we go. And this one here. There we go. Let's see. Thanks for being who you are, Julie. Also, thank you for being here. Have a great rest of your day. All right, flamingo pink. We're gonna go nice and light here. And then we're gonna go back in and we're gonna add our black. I wanna go for a little bit darker with this Pegasus color. And then we will go ahead and use our water. There we go. Perfect. Okay, was busy this morning getting a crock pot meal together as everyone rests from. Oh, I hope you all feel better soon. Oh, yeah, that's no fun. Do love a crock pot though. I love crock pot meals. Okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna grab our pencil brush here. I want to sweep away a little bit of pencil. All right, we're gonna use our black now. And we're gonna go in and then we'll go back in with our purple on top of that. But I wanna make sure that the hair is nice and dark. So we're gonna use noir. There we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, poor baby. Oh, that's so hard. Don't you just hate it when the kids are sick? It's so hard to see them suffer. Like, it's just like, I will be sick for you. I'm so sorry. Especially when they're babies, because they don't understand what's going on. Okay. I'm gonna turn this just a little bit. So for me personally, when I am coloring, it's very important that my wrist is comfortable. Otherwise, my hand starts jumping all over the place. So if you are having that issue, it may be important to keep in mind the way that your hand and your wrist are positioned. Okay, a little bit more black. And remember, this is all gonna darken up once we add water. Okay, now we're gonna use the amethyst purple. Okay, right along with that black. Go up over the ube, and it's okay because the ube is going to cover up a little bit of the pink as well. Just going in and pressing a little bit harder. Get a nice strong color. And going over the colors rather than coloring them side by side is what helps to get that nice kind of smooth blend. Go. I got 100, oh my god, I can't read. I got 120 set of golds and pastel tints, both on sale, and then used Castle 50. Both came to $45.99. That's awesome, Natalie. I love a good sale. Like, it's so good.
Oh, and also, if you are a member and you haven't checked yet, your free coloring page is up in the community tab. So if you haven't checked that out as a member yet, be sure to snag that, because that is for this month. And then we'll have a new one come August, which some of you have seen the sneak peek for that already. So just remember to snag that. And the exclusive coloring card, or the card that was hand colored, that is gone from the store, but you can still get the black and white card. Okay, so now we're going to use Ube Purple, but there will be another exclusive card next month as well. There we go. Bye, Dawn. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Okay, I think we are ready to add some water for this and get an idea of kind of where we're at. Move the brushes over here. Okay, so I'm gonna move this over again so you can kind of see. I'll zoom out just a little bit. All right, so we've got our little paper towel here and our water and our brush. Okay. So I don't want there to be too much water, so I'm dabbing on the paper towel just a little bit. Let's start on this side. So obviously we're gonna move pigment around, so you need to be careful how much you're dragging into it. If you need to lift, clean your brush and wet it that way, that is fine too. Okay. Go. Okay, clean, clean, clean. I know it doesn't seem like much, but if you have even just the tiniest amount of pigment on your brush and you go from a dark area to a light area, that can transfer the pigment. So it's always a good idea that each time you come back, give your brush a little clean. Okay, if you are using a water brush, then you can just, squeeze the tube a little bit, get some water down in that tip, and make sure that your tip is clean. This is the Mythomorphia coloring book by Kerby Rosanes. We are using Arteza Watercolor pencils in it today. And we are just using a brush and water, not a water brush. Just trying to be careful about how much water I'm actually putting on here. The pigment does move around a little bit. Okay, we'll definitely need to add a little bit more color on top just to make sure that we keep that contrast going on once this is dried. Go. All right, that's coming along. I like that. All right, thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Michaela. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I'm holding this down just so maybe it keeps it from buckling too much. I have it on low. I don't want to make it too hot. That just made it curve too much. And if you want to help flatten your book after it's completely dry, you can always close it and put some heavy books on top to try and flatten it out. Or you can cut the page out of your book and tape down the sides. It's kind of up to you. And I'm moving it because I don't want the heat to stay in one part of it too long. It's not like it's gonna set it on fire, but my fingers are also down here and I don't want to burn my fingers, so. Thanks, Shannon. All right, we're gonna let that dry a little bit by itself. And let's go ahead and add some color down here. And let's see, I think we might actually start with the black this time. Okay. So we are going to, this here, this is gonna be shadowed as well. So that's gonna be some black. This is probably gonna be the darkest part of the hair just because it's the most area that's almost all the way covered. Mermaid or unicorn? I like it, Amanda. Go. Okay. So here we're going to come here. When that water up there dries, we're gonna make the hair just a little bit darker. A little shadow where that overlaps. There we go. Cut a Kerby book. Hey, I've done it. I've done it. I am not shy about taking an X-Acto knife to my books. The only books that I hesitate to take a knife to are my signed books. Although I was going through one of my signed Ivy and the Inky Butterfly books. I think it was Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. Anyway, and I realized I did cut a page out of there one time without realizing. I was like, no. But I mean, it's not like I'm keeping them pristine because I want to sell them one day. No, I just keep them pristine because they're special. Definitely a dragon. I love it. The biggest fear when I take an X-Acto knife to a book is just mostly that I'll probably stab myself in the hand. Honestly, since I live stream coloring, like, I'm not trying to put this out in the universe so that this happens, but I would not be in the least bit surprised if like I injured myself on stream one day. I don't think anybody would be surprised. Everyone would be going, oh my God, call 911. But I'd be like, yeah, this was gonna happen. And then like I'll rewatch it and be like, dear God, why was I cutting towards myself? And then you're like, well, I guess that's what I do. I mean, this is the lady that got attacked by a can of Rosarita beans, so you know. Right, Amanda? Yeah, it's so hot here. So let's get 105 today. Let's see, what is it outside right now? It is, oh no, not that. It is currently 96. And by like, oh no, it's changed. It's supposed to get as high as 106. Probably between 5 and 6 p.m. is when it's gonna be the hottest. So, you know, there's that to look forward to. Wee! Who needed, you know, livable temperatures? Not I. Oh gosh, Tiggy. Yeah, and welcome, by the way. Here, I need to zoom back in for you. Yeah, these temperatures, they're super fun. I'll be glad when it lowers a bit. All right, so amethyst purple. Okay. But is your air working? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You better believe I would be not on stream. I would be on the phone with the AC people. We had some issues with some wiring with our AC before summer hit. And you better believe Steve and I were like, nah, we're getting this taken care of now. We do not want to try to find a handyman to fix this when everybody's finding a handyman to fix this, you know, when it's dead heat of summer. Like, no, it's nice and it's a balmy 74 in the office here. Holy heck, Alex, that's just amazing. That is a $15,000 question, absolutely. Yeah, like if you don't have central air and you live in the South, like someone needs to get you central air. Like that's cause see like up in the like Pacific Northwest, not every house has central air. Like they, you know, some people have window units, but it's the kind of thing where you open your windows in the morning and close them in the afternoon and kind of shut everything, you know, shut all the windows and doors and that kind of thing. And that's how you keep it cool. But here, no, central air is like, it is a must, an absolute must. Oh no. Oh, that's right. That's right. Your AC wasn't working. That's why you were debating about whether or not Brian would stream, right? Yeah. Broken AC is no bueno. How hot is it there for you, Shannon? You're so silly. Flamingo pink. Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. All right, flamingo pink in the middle here. There's not as much room for the ube purple, so we're only gonna add a little bit of that. Just kind of filling in the rest of this white spot with the flamingo pink. Okay. Now we'll use a little bit of ube. Up to 65 and it's noon. Oh my gosh, that would be glorious. What is it here? Yeah, it's 11:19. Hey, we're making good time on this Pegasus today. I almost called it a unicorn again. Almost did. I can't help it. We gotta draw a unicorn horn in. Just, you know, like, all right. Congrats, Mrs. Pegasus or Mr. Pegasus. You are now a unicorn. What is it? A unicorn that can fly? Is that a different thing? Obviously, unicorn just has the horn, but a unicorn that can fly, like on My Little Pony. What is it? There's Pegasus, there's unicorn, and is there Unisus? Today it's freezing. It's 78 outside. We had storms last night. It was 85 in the house yesterday. Oh, Shani, I'm so sorry. Because our apartment unit doesn't have central. Okay. I have tiny little battery-powered ACs that I got after ERCOT. ERCOT is like our electrical grid down here. Anyway, it had a bunch of issues, and I was like, look, I don't want to be caught without AC. So I have these little portable battery units that as long as they're charged, they're good to go. And they have these little curtains on the inside that feels like felt. I couldn't tell you what the temperature, or not the temperature, what they're made out of. But anyway, you get them wet, and so then basically it blows cool air. So it's kind of cool. All right. I recently had to do an activity, and there were lots of kids there, and one of the kids, it was an outdoor thing, and one of the kids needed to make sure that he didn't get overheated for a health condition. And so it was nice because I was able to pull those out, and whenever he was getting too hot, we're like, okay, well, why don't we, take 20 minutes, and why don't you just sit in front of the AC? So we were outside, and it was super hot, but we were able to keep him cool with those. So they're super handy. They're not strong enough that they would cool like a whole room, but for an individual unit, if you are just incredibly warm, like, it's super handy. It's fine. Oh, I would be sweating. Oh my goodness. Let's see, that's too big to run AC. Our winter bill. Oh yeah, that would do it. Okay, ube purple. Yeah, that would do it. Absolutely. Okay. There we go. All right, I think we are ready to add some water. They do cool a big tent. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. 87 and very humid here. Yeah, it's probably going to be humid later today since there's thunder in the forecast. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit of water to this again because we added a little bit more black. Probably got a little too much water. You really don't need much water at all to activate these. And I mean, you could do the same kind of style with like ink tents or whatever else. The only reason I tend to shy away from ink tents is just because they are just, they're not a watercolor pencil. They are different. But consequently, you cannot reactivate them in any way, shape, or form. It's like once you have them on there, they are on there and they are not going anywhere. So I don't think my instinct is to do those. But I mean, it's kind of the same with this watercolor one. It's just ink tents are so vibrant. There's just not a lot of room for error when you use them, I feel like. I just had a student move to Texas. Did you offer him your condolences? One's called an alicorn. There you go. Right? Absolutely. Yeah. Like, don't get me started on that. Like, I'm completely just like, come on. Seriously, it's like in April. They're like, yeah, so we need to conserve it. It's just like, it's April. If your system cannot handle the Texas heat in April, what does that say for the rest of summer? Like, ERCOT's the reason for the snowpocalypse we had. Like, I just anyway. But yeah, the little portable AC units, because that's the thing too, is we've got the kids, and I need to make sure that in the event of emergency, my children are not overheating. And so, in a pinch, like I said, they're not going to cool a whole room, but in a pinch, they will work to keep body temperature regulated. And then of course at that point, you just got to go out somewhere to get some AC. All right. So we're just using that water there. All right. Yeah, I'm liking that. Let's zoom out a little bit. We're good at the time zone because of you. Well, good. Really? What's going on with the customer service? It's always nice to hear good things. You know what we need to do? We need to add a little bit more purple to his body. Now that I've got this hair in, I see he needs more. So we're going to use, and I have to be careful because I have added a fair amount of water already to his skin, but we're going to get amethyst purple, and we are going to add some of that to his body. I feel like that would really help it. The extra little touch that it needs here. I had a 1.5-year-old sitting. I had a 1.5-year-old sitting snowpocalypse. It was pretty scary. Oh yeah. Well, what we ended up doing was the Nintendo Switches. They run on battery, and so we just all hunkered down under blankets, and I definitely canceled stream because we had no electricity. We hunkered down under blankets and we played video games and board games, and actually little Steve looks back on it with fond memories. I just made them a photo album that included that particular time, and I added a picture where we all snuggled together, and they were just like, "Aw!" Like they have fond memories of Snowpocalypse. Meanwhile, Steve and I are just like, "Ah!" So yeah, it was not a time I would like to repeat for sure. Okay, I really like this purple on here. I think that was a good choice. Good choice. And I'm glad we didn't go with white. I've done white on these horses plenty, and yeah, I like that we went with a very non-traditional color. I mean, it's a Pegasus. It very well could be purple. Whenever I think Pegasus, I always think of Fantasia and all the different ponies on that one. Okay, the hooves purple. We'll probably do mostly black, but with like a purple accent. See, I bought Derwent Gravitant from the warehouse, returns overstock. It was listed new as $35, but arrived mangled with broken pencils, no insert to hold them. Oh no. Oh, that's too bad. Although I'm thinking there's another part to that story, and now I'm curious. All right, we're gonna use a little bit of water, and we're gonna activate that purple that we just put on there. A little bit of water. I said little bit. Here I am putting gobs of water on here. My goodness. Go. Yeah, because especially for pencils, like you need that to come out looking nice. Talked to customer service and they refunded half the cost. I hate the return process and they are still usable, just not new. Oh, well, that's cool. Right, Allie? I haven't showed the kids Fantasia yet. Maybe I should. Okay. Grab them on hand. We always had the wood stove on Reliance. So yes, yeah, that would have been nice. So where we were living at the time, there was a fireplace, but it was just so old. We tried to use it and it was just too smoky. And like, I ended up getting like sick to my stomach and dizzy. I'm like, oh great, carbon monoxide poisoning. That's just what we need during, you know, a natural disaster. That's awesome. So you know, we couldn't use the fireplace anymore. Okay, I am loving that. I am loving that so much. Right, Allie? I'm thinking so. We should watch that today. I'm trying to remember, are there any parts in it that would be deemed scary? I know like things get a little weird in it. They probably love the dancing hippo. Oh, fun, Tiggy, I'm so glad. Okay, chat, thank you so much for helping me with these color choices. I am loving the way this is turning out. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. Right, exactly. That's right, the brooms. Yeah, the brooms are kind of scary. And then, who is calling me? Someone from Green Bay, Wisconsin. I don't know anybody from Green Bay, Wisconsin. There we go. Thought I had silent mode on, but I did not. That's right, yeah, the brooms are kind of scary. Heat gun and activate, exactly. Okay, that's nice and dry. Yeah, I am loving that. That's really pretty. Okay, let's see. We have 30 minutes left. I suppose we should do, let's do a portion that fades into clouds so I can show you how to do that. So we can do this leg and then we'll do some of the cloud. I think that would be good. Fantasia terrified you? Oh no, Emma. Gonna have to use my watercolor pencils? You absolutely should. The night on Bald Mountain Secrets may be a bit scary for young kids. Wait, am I not remembering the night on Bald Mountain? Dancing hats. Maybe I should rewatch it again by myself before I show it to them. That might be good. It's been so long since I've seen it, so long. We had a, when I was growing up, we had the, you know, like the bootleg VHS version. What about when Mickey takes the wizard hat and the wizard comes back and is towering over Mickey? Ooh, yeah, because the kids don't like things where people get in trouble. So I might need to, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I might need to go through and view it first. Ooh, yeah. Maybe I'll like just show them sections, like the unicorn and the hippo and all of that. I definitely got to watch it again. Oh, hi Kelly, welcome. Welcome. Kelly, if you could be any mythical creature for one day, who would you be? Who would you be? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and Mickey does get in trouble. That's right. Yeah, it's interesting. If there is suspense in a movie or a show, they'll say that they're like, oh, it's too scary. And I'm trying to explain to them the difference between fear and anticipation. Like, what they're feeling is like the suspense. It's not necessarily that it's scary, but we're working on figuring out what. Yeah, clips are good. That might be good. Wait, there was a second Fantasia? Wait, that sounds vaguely familiar. I don't think I've ever seen the second Fantasia. Okay, so I'm just using jade green at the moment. You know, this may definitely have to be, I've got so many work in progresses from stream, but I'm loving how this one is turning out. I think this is going to be one where I need to set aside some time to finish this one. I'm assuming the second Fantasia would be on Disney Plus also. How crazy would it be if it wasn't actually owned by Disney? I mean, there's Mickey in it, so you'd think, but the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies is really nice. It was more tame. Okay, okay. When was the first one shot? Was it shot in the, I think it was in the 80s, wasn't it? I don't know. What they put in movies for kids' movies in the 80s was just so different to what they put now. Like, honestly, there are some kids' movies that are, like, terrifying. Okay, I'm adding a little bit more jade to this. I know we already did water on it, but now that we're doing the whole leg, I want to make sure that we are kind of getting the rest of it. Yes. Yes, I have. We had my mother-in-law come for a visit, and she stayed with the kids, and we went and saw Doctor Strange. And I gotta tell you, oh, Fantasia was 1940. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was unlike any other Marvel movie I've seen. I was not expecting that. Oh, right, Fantasia 2000. Okay. Yeah, I remember that title now. Yeah, Shannon, I was a little like, oh, this is a little dark. Was not expecting that from Marvel. This will be a Marvel movie that we definitely do not show the children. Not that we've really shown them any of them, but we did show them the Avengers Assemble scene from Endgame, because that scene is just like amazing, and it gives me chills no matter how many times I watch it. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I want to fade this into the clouds. Let's get a little bit of the tummy, the little pony tummy. Stupid. Oh, no. Yeah, it was a bit much. Like, you know, I've seen things like Game of Thrones and Outlander, and you know, I mean, I just didn't go into it prepared for that. If I'm going to watch something like that, I need to like mentally prepare myself beforehand, and I just was not. I didn't watch any of the previews or really anything, and I just was not prepared for it to be what it was. That's a bad word, kids. Looney Tunes for I'm thinking, when did this get so violent? Right. Looney Tunes is so, it is something. Oh, how was Morbius? Although, like, Doctor Strange came out on Disney Plus like 2 weeks later, so we probably should have just gone to go see the new, whatever that Tom Cruise movie was. I forget which one he was doing, but we probably should have just seen that and then waited for Doctor Strange to come, on Disney Plus, but still, it was cool to go to the theaters. I haven't been in ages. There's a part that feels like it was based on the eruption and regrowth Mount St. Oh, interesting. I think Pegasus love horses, and I think flying be cool. See, I'm right there with you, Kelly. Pegasus was my choice too. Okay, so we need to figure out, I think that we should incorporate some blue into the clouds. So let's grab, ooh, sky blue or robin egg blue. They're very similar. Let's grab sky blue and ocean blue. Those are really pretty. Sky blue and ocean blue. That's robin egg blue. You know what? Give me a moment. Let's see. Sky blue is next to the purples. I have it out. That's sea blue. I may have lost my mind, guys. Let's see. I may just end up grabbing. Where is it? Okay, periwinkle blue, which is here. Sky blue should be here. Did I already? Oh, it's out already. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so sky blue and what did I say? Ocean blue. Ocean blue. It's pretty color. There we go. Yeah, I think these clouds will be real pretty with that. I am loving how these colors are turning out. And then we'll incorporate some purple with it also. But yeah, I was not mentally prepared for Doctor Strange. That was something else. Also, if you guys haven't watched the giveaway video yet, look at this tiny little, it's so cute. And look at the little water brush that the bundle comes with. It's funny because I recorded, you know, the video, but you can tell my voice gets the, oh, it's so cute. It's just a tiny little, it's a little baby watercolor. Anyone else pick Pegasus? Yes, a few. And it was cool because it came with a little. Anyway, sorry. This was like literally, I opened the bundle box and like I was in here by myself and I was just like, oh, it's so cute. I like tiny cute things. They're cute. All right. So let's see. Let's do, let's see, ocean blue. Okay. Blue, dabba dee dabba da da dabba dee dabba da. Anybody else? That music video is so weird for that song. I have a blue house with a blue window. Do 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 do. This is the quality content that you all came here for. You want to see me sing 90s and 2000 songs? It is. Actually, I have US in there because that is what Arteza has been putting on there. So for those of you that are just like, man, why does she always do only US? And that is because Arteza, I am partnered with them and they are the ones who send out the prize. So I do not have choice over which countries they are released in. But that's, you know, like I said, that's why a lot of times I'll do, you know, my Etsy giveaways or whatever else, because those are ones that I can do and do worldwide. But yeah, hopefully they will include international at some point. But I mean, the company itself is only like 5 years old. I also sing my own theme music while doing things. Absolutely. I am constantly like adding in my own lyrics to things. Like we'll be driving around and there'll be a song that will come on the radio and then I'll start adding stuff. Like it's just like, we are driving in a yellow car. It's really hot and I don't want to go out. I'm not surprised that the ground is so hot. Why haven't the tires melted all mush? And then the kids usually crack up. For the giveaway, do we subscribe to the Instagram page or is there another? You're gonna subscribe to my YouTube, which I think you already are, as well as, well, yeah, because you're a member. So yeah, you're subscribed already. You're gonna subscribe to my YouTube and Arteza's YouTube, and then you just leave a comment on the video for what fuels your creativity, and then oh yeah, and you gotta like the video, and then that's it. And then on Friday when it closes at noon on the 15th, then a winner will be chosen randomly, and then it's all done. Ta-da! Thank you, Kara. Get some hypes in chat for Kara! Exclamation point hype. You can use those handy dandy hype emotes. And for those of you who haven't seen, we have new emotes. They're super fun. I had a lot of fun drawing those ones. Ooh, you know what? We should get, do I want yellow or do I want pink? Nah, we're gonna stick with pink. We're gonna stick with pink. All right, so now sky blue. Of course, Kelly. All right, see, so now I've got the blue song stuck in my head. I suppose it's better than the Leanne Rhymes blue. You better believe that I listened to that song cassette tape and I belted it out as loud as I could. But that, however, is not a song I am going to belt out on here because, as we saw earlier, my voice will totally crack and then it will be hilarious. I mean, I could if I wanted to thoroughly embarrass myself in front of all of you. I mean, I've done it pretty well already, so I suppose what's a little bit more, but I also don't want, you know, to hurt anyone's ears. All right, so we are using the sky blue here. We're gonna incorporate a little bit of pink here in just a bit. I mean, what's that one song that you just love and you will belt out just like in the shower or by yourself, you know, there's no one in the house. Usually it's gonna be some like 90s, 2000s jam. Like that's what it's gonna be. Like I shamelessly still love NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. Like don't even get me started. Ooh, when I was in junior high, one of the things we had to do, I'm using flamingo pink now, was choreograph a dance to NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye. And you better believe we did the bye bye bye. Hi Marcy, how are you? No worries, no worries. We are just culling her along. We are working in Kerby Rosanes and we are coloring a pegasus. Ah, yes, don't stop believing. They're so good. Yeah, I love classic rock. Love my 80s jams. Never gonna give you up. Just randomly, you just rickroll, you guys. It'll be great. Okay, so we're using the flamingo pink. Let's add a little bit of pink to the leg as that kind of fades into the cloud. It's copyright, but it's okay because I'm not singing it good, so YouTube won't flag it at all. I should probably stop what I'm singing. Sounds good, Kara. Oh yes, catch some sleep, hon. All right, let's grab our jade green again. Actually, no, we're not gonna grab jade green. We are going to grab the spearmint green. Oh, we need to add blue and stuff to this also. And a little bit of pink. Use the flamingo pink. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna do the spearmint green. Now I've got Never Gonna Give You Up stuck in my head. Ooh, this should have a little bit of pink too, because that's also a little bit of cloud. Just forgetting all these pink areas. The legs are a little bit different. All right, so spearmint green. Make you understand. Never gonna give you. Okay, seriously, I need to stop. I need to stop. Someone stuck me. Because it's stuck in my head and I'm gonna be singing it the rest of the day. I totally rickrolled myself. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Emma. I would love to go to one of their concerts. Oh, they're so good. The funny thing is Steve loves them too, so if I play those, like, we'll both just start belting the songs. All right, so sky blue, we're gonna bring a little bit of that up into the leg here to help kind of combine it with the clouds. There we go. We're gonna add water, and then once it's dry, we'll add a little bit more so we can redefine the areas that need to be, well, redefined. Oh, awesome, Marcy, I'm so glad. Yes, we are using the watercolor Artezas. All right, we're gonna use a little bit of the amethyst purple. Okay, let's see, what do we wanna use? We're gonna use a little bit here. There we go. A little bit here, and then we're gonna go back over with that jade. Okay, let's see. Trying to remember if I have a book club channel on Discord. If not, I should add one so we can all add the books that we're reading. Because I never remember, when I ask you guys like what you're reading on stream, I never remember what it is you told me you're reading. All right, let's see, that's black. I want jade green, and then we'll bust out our water because I won't be able to tell how much more I need to add until we get our water on here. But I just don't want it to muddy, and I don't want to lose the contrast, so I need to make sure that we have plenty of the heavier colors where we need them. I just want to tell you how I feel then. Ah, Rickroll! Dang it, Rick Astley, get out of my head! You're too dang catchy! Okay. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and add water to this and let's see where we are at. Oh, awesome, Allie, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and add some water. That's the other thing is the Mighty Mug keeps my coffee like warm. I mean, it's almost not warm now because, you know, it's been almost 2 hours, but it's so tasty. All right, so we're just using a little bit of water, enough to activate this. Okay. And then we're gonna let it dry. That was on the verge of too much water, but that's okay. I'm gonna let it dry and then we will add more on top. So we'll use the heat gun here in a little bit. We definitely need to add some fern green here. I can see that. We've got too much white here. Oh, I like that. I like that. I like Haley Mills. Oh, we'll check that one out. Okay, let me move these over. I need my paper towel here. Okay. There we go. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. That's an 80s song, but who sang that? Na 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 na. Forever, forever. That's not Cyndi Lauper, is it? No, that's not Cyndi Lauper. See, I know songs, but I'm terrible with saying what their names are. I can never remember. I wanna be forever young. I don't remember the words to every song, so I make it my own. Just think of it as like a parody if I can't remember the words. Okay, that's coming along. Let's see, what do we say? I'm reading The Witching Hour by Anne Rice. Ooh, okay. Does using a paintbrush work better than a water brush? Not necessarily. I do feel like I have a little bit better control over the amount of, I'm holding it further away, by the way, even though I have it on high. I do feel like I have a little bit better control over the amount of water I use, just because I don't have any that's accidentally leaking out or anything. Do you know her real dad was the father in Swiss Family Robinson? I didn't, but I can see the family resemblance for that. And it makes sense, because I mean, I think she got into the movie business because of family. And she was good. Very Young by Alphaville. Oh, I didn't even have that stuck in my head. Thank you, Tech Al, by the way. I could not remember. That's something. So you can see a huge difference between the leg and up, up here what I did. Now this is still a little bit damp. I don't want to color on it again yet, because that will just shred the paper. Make sure if you're putting your second layer, absolutely make sure that your paper is dry or you will regret it. That is a great way to tear holes in your paper. Now, Kerby's paper stands up to a fair amount, but, within reason. It will only take so much punishment. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Okay, did I ever end up using any black on him? I don't think so. I think I used more amethyst. So that's what we're gonna do. Amethyst is gonna be our darker color, and then we're gonna go in with more jade green. My son got married 2 weeks ago and he played Michael Bolton Go the Distance from Hercules. Oh, for our dance together so much. Oh, I love that, Tiggy. I can go the distance. I will find my way. Something about being strong. I don't know the words to this song either, but I know the tune. Someday I will look up the lyrics and later forget them again. Or let's see, I like Forever Young by Bob Dylan, but that's a different song. That's fair. Alphaville version was the one Emily was singing. Ah, okay. He was given the role if he signed her up for a 7-year contract. What? That's a bribery right there. Had a phone call, but back looking amazing. Thank you. All right, let's see. That's royal purple. I don't want that. I want amethyst purple. Contract with Disney. Interesting. So like they said, okay, you can have this rule. You can have this role, but only if you sign over your kid to us. Like, that seems a little off. It's a little shady. What? Disney with shady practices? No. But seriously, like she must have really wanted the role. And she did. She pumped out those movies. Let's see. I'm going to give this a little bit of a sharp. It's a great way to clear a chat room. I'm just going to start belting out my own lyrics and my own songs, and I'll make them up all my own. All right. So we're using the amethyst purple. I do it and the kids are already rolling their eyes. So, you know, it's good practice for when they're teenagers. That's showbiz, kid, right? Seriously. It's like, you can have this role if we get to have your firstborn child. And your soul. Okay, jade green. Jade green, jade green. We're gonna go over the amethyst purple. Okay. I mean, she did a good job. So, you know, there's that. Parents were reluctant to let her go, but Haley wanted to do it. Well, I guess if she wanted to. And she did a good job. I mean, she's got so many movies that's out there. All right, I'm curious how obscure this movie is. So raise a hands in chat if you have heard of or watched That Darn Cat. That Darn Cat. That's a Haley Mills right there. Okay, let's see. Gonna do a little bit more here on the Tum Tum. More here. I want to make sure that this area looks darker than the little wispy cloud. Okay, then we're gonna bring in the blue again. Right? It's so good. So Disney sweetened the deal. Oh, absolutely. Getting back into art after a couple decades of bringing up kids, I have been watching your live streams for tips and inspiration. Oh, so glad. Great singing and lots of fun. Oh, I'm glad, Emma. Emma, what is your preferred medium of art? Do you like to draw? Do you like to paint? Do you like to color? Honestly, that's why I picked up coloring in the first place, was kind of centered around my kiddos too, because they were still very young. And I've always loved, you know, creating art. I went to school for art, like all of that. I've always been really creative, but I just didn't have the time or the energy. So when adult coloring came around, it was great because like I could get out the books while they were napping and I could get some coloring in. And when they woke up, it was just as simple as closing the books and putting away the pencils versus, you know, needing to get work out, you know, artwork out and, you know, think of something to do. Like I always felt like I needed to feel inspired to do it, but coloring just kind of like made it so much easier and really just got me back into doing what it is that I love. And now, you know, I've branched out. I did this, you know, painting. I'll show it to you guys at the end, but you know, I busted out with this painting that I'm doing and it's just been fun. And the thing of it is that I've learned enough that it's actually translating into like other art stuff. So it's like, I knew more about what I wanted to do for this painting because of the things that I've learned while doing this. Yes, he loves it. Also love Cat from Outer Space, right? Anything with cats, I am down with it. Cats are awesome. Like, Paul is so snuggly. Like, literally at night, he will crawl up in bed and I will snuggle him like a stuffed animal. Like, and he will just stay there just all night. It's so awesome. He's such a cool cat. Okay, so now we're gonna use Flamingo Pink again. We're gonna get a little bit on the legs here. Cats rule, they really do. Although I do want to get a dog at some point, but yes, cats absolutely rule. So I'm okay with adding more pink to the body here because it's kind of fading into the little cloud here. And I think it works. There we go. Use the pink. And pink here. Just want to make sure that the clouds look different than the rest of the body. I want to do his tummy just a little bit before we add water again. Oh, good Lord. Thank you, Shannon. Look up and it's like, hello. Let's go ahead. No, you know what? I'm not going to worry about turning it on subscribers only. Shannon, seriously, Shannon the hero. Thank you, Kelly. Love dogs too. Can't have one where I live, too small. Oh, no, that's fair. That's fair. Well, since we technically rent, we are still limited to how many pets that we can have. But at some point, I would like to get a dog. I just wish the golden retrievers lived longer. I feel like cats definitely, depending on, you know, the dog, obviously, I feel like cats have a little bit of a longer lifespan, which is why I struggle, because it's like, I don't want to get a puppy dog and then have the puppy dog, you know, only in like 10 years or something. Yeah, they're just trolls. They do it. Normally I'd switch to like subscriber only, but I mean, we've only got like 5-10 minutes left or whatever, so it's all good. We got our superhero Shannon. She's taking care of things. Why are you yelling at me? Shannon! Right? They are so good. I'm loving color pencils. Have just completed my Black Widow collection. Oh, awesome. I love gouache. I'm 40 and 4 kids who are all old enough now that I can create again. 13, 17, 18, and 20. That's awesome, Emma. I love that. Well, hey, if you need a color chart for your Black Widows, I've got a free one on my website that has all 144 pencils, if that's something that you need. Let's do a little bit of pink on this little swooshy part of the belly. And yes, that's the technical term for it, swooshy part. All right, that's a little bit of pink there. Let's grab our jade green again. Oh my gosh, this pony is turning out so pretty. Pretty pony. All right, jade green, there it is. And amethyst purple. She is the best mod. She is on it. She is on it. Okay, let's see. Let's do a little bit of jade green underneath the swirly whirly here. Yes, that's the technical term for it, swirly whirly. A little bit more amethyst purple right here, and then we are going to get some water. Okay. Panicking. All right, so now we're going to use our water, and ooh, too much water. There we go. I don't want so much water that it like puddles on top of the paper. I want just enough that it activates what we're doing. Are we still in frame? Yes, we are. Okay. There we go. Let's see, most of my cats have lived well into their late teens, early 20s. Dogs have been early to mid-teens. Hard to lose them either way. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Isis, our oldest cat, she's like 15, but I had some blood work done on her a couple months ago. And the vet said that she was oddly healthy for her age. So I think we've got her for a few more years. But I find myself being like, oh, you know, I'm sad that, you know, she's as old as she is. But I told myself, it's like, you know what, you need to stop mourning her before she's gone and enjoy the time that you have with her. So I do my best not to dwell on her age and just enjoy her snuggles while we got them. All right. A little bit more water. We still need to do water on the clouds. See, I like that it's kind of got the blue into the green. There we go. Okay, I'm thinking that this was a good choice for today. Page and watercolor pencils. I'm very pleased with this. And I think using the watercolor pencils will make for a easier background too. Let's see. I'm gonna wait because I want this to dry, but I feel like we need some darker red along where the cloud is. Oh, he's so detailed. I do not tackle him very often, but it seemed like a good choice for today. What do we think? How are we feeling about it? I'm not gonna lie. I mean, not to toot my own horn or anything, but dude, this looks awesome. But anyway, let's see. Let's do a little wrap up of announcements. Okay, so be sure to check out the giveaway video, okay? And then this was the painting I was talking about earlier. So I'm working on this one, but I made this out of polymer clay, and I used the Arteza mica powders on it. And then I'm gonna paint the rest of the wisteria on the tree, and then this will go on top. But yeah, so I need to paint more wisteria on it, and then this will get glued on top, and then that will be the painting. But yeah, this is how it looks on the underside. This was about, 6 hours. And I told the story at the beginning, but I just about sat on the whole thing and mushed it. But this was definitely one of those things where I made it and I was just like, holy crap, how did I do that? Like here, I'll zoom in and show you. I may or may not have, he was already stirring in his sleep a little bit, but I definitely poked him a little at like 1 a.m. and I said, Steve, look what I made. I was so proud of it. It's one of those things where you're like, holy crap, how did I make this? And then I don't know, I'll never be able to repeat it. But yeah, I set it in the chair and I was like this far from just sitting on it and just making a wisteria pancake out of it. I would have been so sad. Like I said, 6 hours, but totally worth it. Now I just need to finish it off. And then I've got little work in progress videos of it. I want to turn into a reel. So fingers crossed that it doesn't end up looking like total doo-doo and I can post it. I really hope I don't ruin it at this point. There's not that much. But anyway, that is about it for now. Here's my question for you. Let me ask you this. Would you like to continue working this on Friday, or do you want to do something new? The Rita Berman book isn't here yet. Hopefully it's here next week, but I checked the tracking and at this point only the label has been made. So, yeah, Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday is the goal to work on the Rita Berman, but whenever it gets here, we'll work on it. So, yeah, do you want to do this or do you want to do another Kerby page in here? What would you like to do? Oh, show it again real quick? Yeah. Dish of the painting and dish of the flowers. I mean, because I want to do what you all want to do. The shiny part on it is the mica powder, which I've done a review on before. But yeah, this was all polymer clay. So what I did is I rolled it out to the thickness that I wanted. This on Friday? Okay, continue. Okay, perfect. That's easy enough. We shall do that then. But I rolled it all out to the same thickness, and then I have these tiny little circle cutters, and I cut out the individual circles, and then I used like a rubber pointed brush, Jennifer, and then I folded like the corner of it around, and I made a bunch of the different ones, and then I pressed them into one another, and I used a particular cutter that I have that is like an oval, but it's pointed on either end, and then that's how I cut out the leaves. And then I did strips of these green ones and then rolled them up. But yeah, like I said, this was 6 hours of polymer clay, but it was nice to get into it. I did it in between manicures because the polymer clay always ruins my nails. So I did it and then painted my nails afterwards. But yeah, and then it'll go on like that. And then I'm going to paint the rest of the wisteria in the background, but it will have, you know, like a 3D aspect to it. So yeah, it's fun. It's nice to do something a little bit different. Anyhoozle, I think that's about it. Sweet. Then we'll keep working on this on Friday and hopefully we can get pretty far. What I really want to do with you all is the background too. I'm thinking it'll be a cool, like almost galaxy style background. With the watercolor pencils, I think it'll look really neat. So yeah, I guess that's that then. Take a look at the giveaway and keep being the awesome, amazing people that you are. All right. And I will see you all Friday night. All right. Okay, everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you on the weekend. Bye.